The Sour and Acid Taste Sensing Pathways video, made by Cassidy Czombel. Frank is back at it again, but with a new problem. His favorite foods in the whole world are chips and oranges. Frank has already learned that other foods he really enjoys, such as ice cream, turkey, and lemons, are tasted using G-protein coupled receptor pathways. But what about foods like chips and oranges that have acid and salt tastes? Instead of a G-protein coupled receptor pathway, acid and salty items are tasted by processes using sodium or proton-sensitive channels. The channel used to sense salt tastes is the ENaC, which stands for epithelial sodium channel. In this process, the ENaC allows for sodium ions to flow through the channel from the outside of the cell to the inside of the cell, which causes depolarization. However, you should be cautioned in consuming too many salty items. Low salt concentrations are good for the functioning of the ENaC. But high concentrations of salt actually have adverse effects on the ENaC. Instead of increasing the functionality of the channel, high salt actually blocks its function. The channel used for acid sensing is the proton-sensitive TRP channel. This is how strong acids move through the membrane, which causes depolarization. However, this is not the only way that acids can enter the cell. Weak acids actually have the ability to move through the membrane on their own, without the need for any assistance. When the weak acids enter the cell, they can inactivate potassium channels, which also leads to a depolarization. As a recap, the taste sensing processes for salty and acidic foods are accomplished using proton and sodium sensitive channels, and strong and weak acids or high and low salt concentrations can have different effects on each of these channels. So now Frank doesn't have to worry that he won't be able to identify his chips as tasting salty or his oranges as tasting acidic.